This is a 2026 Ford F-150 Tremor. And this truck does have the new package for 2026. I borrowed it from Garff Ford here in West Valley, Utah. If you are in the market, be sure to ask for Ken. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see that new package, and we're gonna discuss why this is such a big deal for this truck. At the very top is the description. Avalanche is the color. And then this is a short listing of the standard features. Now, here's that new package. It's the 402B at $3,995. And you can already see front axle with torsion diff. It's a big deal. And then Avalanche is there. This one also has the 5-liter Coyote, which is a big deal. Mobile office, tow haul package, security code, bed utility is $1,575. Now, base price is $64,915, and then destination is $2,795. And the total price is $75,530. And then here, the feed the cameras off to the side. Good job, Ford. This 402B equipment group makes a ton of sense on this Tremor truck. You now can get a torsion axle and not have to spend $10,000 to get it. Also, leather seats are now available without having to spend $10,000. Now, on the 402A equipment group, I did deselect it, and they show that it removes the interior work surfaces, lockable fold flat storage, second row heated seats, integrated trailer brake controller, and ambient lighting. Now, you also can see on the front end, there's no modular front bumper. So that does go away with the 402B equipment group, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys don't really care. I will have to find out if you can get a sunroof with this 402B, because that might be important for some of you guys. But you guys see I have the headlights on. So you have the reflective style headlights. And yes, on the 402A equipment group, you cannot get those projector headlights. I don't know why. They should have added that for 2026, just saying. But you still have the front parking sensors here. 360 camera view is still part of this truck. You have that burnt orange accent, active grille shutters, and then you just have a different style for your loops up here for recovery versus the 402A. And they give you the vents on the hood, which I like. And as I said, torsion front axle for under $4,000 extra. That's not a big price increase for that. I think most people are gonna like that. Tremor tune, shock absorbers, double wishbone suspension, independent. As I said in the last video, studded tires, which are these General Grabber ATs. Now, they're not studded right now, they're studdable, I should say. That's what I meant to say. And you guys see right here, this does have 18-inch wheels, 275/70, 6 lug, and these tires are basically 33.2 inches in height and 10.8 inches in width. You can kind of see some of that width back there. As you scoot back, that Avalanche really hits hard for sure. More of that orange accent, and you can see the wheels match some of the gray on the truck too. That's really nice. High clearance steps. You have these lights that you can turn on if you're stationary, and then your turn signals. More cameras to make up that 360, and then puddle lights down there. Blind spot alert is still there, and then this is an option also on the 402A equipment group. Painted door handles, smart key system still there. And I forgot to show your skid plates. Now, the skid plates are slightly different, I believe, from the 402A trucks up front. And then right here, transfer case, and then your fuel tank does have a skid plate too. Now, really quickly, this truck does have 4-wheel drive auto. That's a big deal as well. Now, you guys remember, 401A equipment group does not give you torsion or 4-wheel drive auto. It's nice. 36-gallon fuel tank. And then here's that leaf pack. 3 leaves, that bottom one being a helper spring. You don't have the full LED taillight, so you would have to go up to the 402A for that. But you can still get the Pro Access tailgate. You have that dual exhaust, the recovery hooks connected to that receiver hitch with that 7 and 4 pin. And this is still power. Interesting. 2 kilowatts of power. You have that workstation, a little bit of storage right here. It says it has a 20 pound max. Incandescent bulbs up top. But I do like that they give this to you. Also, this is the main reason why people like this tailgate, because if you are hooked up to a trailer, you should be able to open up just a little bit and then pull things out or put some stuff in there if you need. Matching wheel and tire. And is this a 373 with a locker? I can't remember. You guys can go back and look at the window sticker, but I believe it's a 373 with the locker out back. And then here's that side view. If I were buying a Ford Tremor today, it's gonna have this 5-liter Coyote for sure. Now it does now have more horsepower than the EcoBoost. Ain't that something? 400 horsepower versus 382. And the torque is down still, but hey, you can fix that with the supercharger option, and it's covered under the 3-year 36 warranty. So that's probably the route I would go. Port and direct injected engine, 10-speed transmission behind it, aluminum construction. I just wish that they would stop playing games with all this emission crap. I mean, just give us reliable powertrains. That's all we want. No cylinder deactivation crap, none of that. We just want a nice engine that will last us 200,000-300,000 miles with good maintenance. Let's check out this interior. I just got done filming that 402A equipment group, and I can tell you right now, speaker grill is different, but that's pretty much it. I think everything else is the same. You have seat memories here, 10-way, and like I said, you got the leather seats now for $4,000 versus $10,000 plus. Tilt headrest is there. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You have the power pedals down below. You have the big screens, auxiliary switches, home links up there. This one also had the mobile office as a standalone option. Let's check out the passenger side. 8-way seat on this side. You have that Tremor badge. They still provide a soft touch right here. Cover, more storage. And then this one has the 12-volt, 120-volt power plugs. Wireless chargers there. Remember on that 401A, I don't think you can get that. We'll do another video comparing these packages once they get more inventory here. Yeah, I really like this truck. I think that this is probably the way I would go. 5-liter Coyote. But I would probably pick the 402A equipment group because I'm just that guy, unfortunately. Out back, you guys can see flat surface, 60/40 bench. If you want to see more, I'll link that 402A for you, because the only thing you're missing out back is just the outboard heated seats. And this truck does have the underneath storage in that back here. You guys see it has the armrest too. I want to go ahead and drive this truck because that's what's really important to me. I want to drive the V8 with the Tremor. This might be my first time actually. You guys also can see this has dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. Let's go ahead and turn everything on. It's not that cold outside, but in Utah, when there's no sun, it's cold here. Now this V8 is not as loud as you would hear like in the GMs with the 6.2 or even the Ram trucks. But it's got a nice sound to it for sure. If I have a chance, if this truck is here in a couple weeks, I'll do a comparison with this, with the Rebel, with the V8 too. That'd be kind of fun, right? I would do it today, but the weather's supposed to get a little bit worse and I don't have time, unfortunately. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh yeah. This truck feels super powerful. Low end torque. And I like the fact that it has that 4-wheel drive auto too, especially like in inclement weather, right? You can lock that rear axle, by the way, too. You have multiple drive modes. So you have sport, eco, tow haul, normal, slippery, off-road, and then rock crawl. We're gonna put it in normal mode. Like I said, you have great torque down low. Great torque. If you want to look out back too. You see, great visibility. I always complain about these mirrors though. When you guys do a redesign on this truck, please give these trucks truck mirrors. Not necessarily the tow mirrors, but truck mirrors. I think these mirrors just sit too low. I would almost wish they were flipped, right? If the bottom was the top, maybe that would make it better for me. But for some reason, the engineers thought that that design would be pretty good. And they also don't have the camera mirror. Now this truck does have the vanities too. The 402A had that as well, obviously. And let's go ahead and see how the acceleration is on this turn here. Yeah, the heated seats work really good. Heated steering wheel. They heat up pretty quick. I turned them on, what, 2 minutes ago basically. And they're already nice and toasty. That sounds so good. Transmission shifting nice and strong. Let's go ahead and give it wide open throttle here. Wow. Not bad. 373 rear too. Yeah, these General Grabber tires are amazing. If I didn't care to like do bigger tires, I'm pretty sure maybe General does have other tire options, but I would love to see these in a 35. They're super comfortable, pretty low road noise. I mean, you're unfortunately not able to hear that because of the ice that we're getting right now, but yeah, this is really a good truck. I think that the Ford Tremor might be my favorite off-roader. I may have to go back through the Trail Boss, the AT4, the Rebel, and then of course Toyota's got a bunch of off-road pack. I mean, they're like the off-road fanboys of it all, but I think that the Tremor is my favorite out of all of them. The Rebel, I feel as though there's just too many packages that you have to go through, and with this it's just more simplified, right? And if you're on a budget, they now give you a lot of nice features, so I like that. This is where these off-road trucks shine at, on bumpy roads. With these Tremor tuned shock absorbers, these a little bit softer sidewall tires, but I would say the tire pressure is where you really get the most benefit at for these off-road trucks on really bumpy roads. So if you live in cities, like let's say you live in New York and the roads are terrible, because they have terrible roads in New York, this truck would be a really good buy for you because of how it handles and how it obviously dampens harsher roads. So it's just something to consider. Even if you don't go off-road, off-road trucks are good for those bad roads that you have in certain states. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front's gonna be 3,450 pounds. The rear is 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle rating is 7,100 pounds. 18 by 7.5 wide wheels. L6 axle code. All-in payload is 1,612 pounds. 35 psi all the way around. So this has a little bit more payload. And does this truck come with a sunroof option? I'm gonna look really quickly and then I'll end the video. The answer is yes. If you do want just the 402B equipment group right here for $39.95, you can now get the twin panel sunroof for $14.95 right here. And if you just add, let's just say bed utility, maybe you want that mobile office package, and then of course you probably want to go ahead and get that tow haul package. This truck would basically be under $80,000, so $76,750 is the price of this truck now.